10 books. Each one changed how I think about money, decisions, and building leverage. If you're a CFO, a founder managing finances, or anyone who wants to think like a financial operator, this list will rewire your brain. No fluff. Just the books that actually move the needle. Let's go. Number 10. Financial Intelligence by Karen Berman and Joe Knight. Most people in business can't read a financial statement. Not really. They see numbers but don't understand the story behind them. This book fixes that. It teaches you how to read a P&L, a balance sheet, and a cash flow statement the way a CFO does. Not with formulas. With intuition. The key insight? Financial statements are not facts. They're estimates built on assumptions. Once you understand that, you stop trusting numbers blindly and start asking the right questions. Number 9. Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. Here's the problem with traditional accounting. Revenue minus expenses equals profit. That formula guarantees you spend everything and hope there's something left over. Michalowicz flips it. Revenue minus profit equals expenses. You pay yourself first. You allocate profit before you spend. This one idea has saved thousands of small businesses from running out of cash. If you manage money for a company under 50 employees, this is mandatory reading. Number 8. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This is not a finance textbook. It's a book about behavior. Housel's core argument is that doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are and everything to do with how you behave. The chapter on compounding alone is worth the price. His point that reasonable beats rational every time changed how I build financial models. Because the best financial plan is the one you can actually stick to. Number 7. Measure What Matters by John Doerr. OKRs. Objectives and Key Results. Google used this system to scale from 40 people to over 100,000. For a CFO, this book is gold because it teaches you how to connect financial targets to operational metrics. Revenue isn't just a number. It's the output of activities you can measure and manage. If your company sets goals but never hits them, this book shows you why. The framework is simple, repeatable, and it works. Number 6. Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Every CFO makes hundreds of decisions a month. Most of them are biased. Kahneman, a Nobel Prize winner, breaks down how the human brain uses two systems. System 1 is fast, intuitive, and often wrong. System 2 is slow, analytical, and lazy. The takeaway for finance? Your gut feeling about a deal, a hire, or a budget is probably anchored to the wrong number. This book makes you a better decision maker by showing you exactly where your thinking breaks down. Number 5. The Hard Thing About Hard Things by Ben Horowitz. This is the most honest business book ever written. Horowitz doesn't tell you how to succeed. He tells you what to do when everything is falling apart. Laying off employees. Running out of cash. Firing your friend. For any CFO who's been in the room when the numbers don't work, this book is validation. The key line. There are no silver bullets. Only lead bullets. Meaning you don't solve hard problems with one clever trick. You solve them with relentless execution. Number 4. Good to Great by Jim Collins. Collins studied 1,435 companies over 40 years to find what separates the great ones from the average. The answer wasn't charismatic CEOs or bold strategies. It was discipline. The hedgehog concept. The flywheel effect. Level 5 leadership. For a CFO, the biggest lesson is the Stockdale paradox: confront the brutal facts of your current reality, but never lose faith that you will prevail. That's the mindset every finance leader needs when the market turns against you. Number 3. The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. If you're a CFO at a startup, this is your operating manual. Ries introduces the concept of validated learning. Stop building things nobody wants. Instead, run cheap experiments, measure results, and decide whether to pivot or persevere. The finance application. Stop budgeting for 12 months of assumptions. Build shorter cycles. Test faster. Allocate capital based on evidence, not hope. This book changed how modern companies spend money. Number 2. 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. Thiel's central question is powerful. What valuable company is nobody building? This book forces you to think about value creation, not value capture. For a CFO, the lesson is clear. Competition destroys profits. Monopoly creates them. If your company is competing on price, your margins will always be under pressure. The companies that win are the ones that build something so unique that they own the entire market. Think about that next time you review your competitive landscape. And number 1. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. This is the Bible of value investing, and it's the number 1 book on this list for a reason. Graham's concept of margin of safety applies to everything a CFO does. Don't just forecast. Build in buffers. Don't just plan. Prepare for what goes wrong. The market will be irrational. Your board will be impatient. Your cash will run lower than projected. Graham teaches you to build financial strategies that survive reality. Warren Buffett calls this the best investing book ever written. For a CFO, it's the best thinking book ever written. 10 books that will make you a sharper, more strategic financial operator. If you read even 3 of these, you'll think differently about every number that crosses your desk. Subscribe to AI CFO for weekly builds, book breakdowns, and finance automation tutorials. Drop your favorite finance book in the comments. And if you want the full reading list with